Great continuation, Arthur. Thank you for coming over. How you doing tonight? I decided to go live, you guys. Hey, I don't want to really jump up on nobody else's panel and give my mind. I'll come over here and give my own mind. If only one person here with me, I'm gonna do it. So y'all, I'm just. Only one person here with me. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just a little discouraged with the things that I'm seeing and I'm hearing, and I don't know about nobody else, but hey, you know, um, I really, every night, every day, I see dead people, and we don't want to acknowledge to the things that we should be doing. We keep talking about what everybody else is doing, and I find that to be a big, big problem because long as we looking at what everybody else doing, we definitely ain't looking at what we doing. So, and what we're not doing because we haven't done nothing for the last 100 and something years but been slaves. So, what I see is everybody trying to be a part of this government. They think that this is theirs. They keep talking about my land, mine, but they ain't pulled up and shown nothing. I mean, how can a person be so confident in everything belonging to them and they ain't got no records and they ain't trying to get none? I mean, really? I just can't get with that. I'm like, well, how are you planning to do anything? You planning on one of those Caucasians? Because we can clearly say both of those are Caucasians. I don't know why in the world it's an argument about her being black. Because who is that black person? Who black anyway? Great continuation, grand evening, peace, love, and blessings to you, my sister Sharon. How are you doing today? Thank you for coming over. I know y'all got other people that y'all can hang out with, but I appreciate the time that you hang out with me. I try not. I want to. I be want to do lives out every day to be in the algorithm. Morgan Gator, great continuation to you. Glad to see you. I really don't do the confrontational, and I don't really want anybody on the panel with me at this given time because I'm about I'm about real and my records. I'm about who I really am. I'm not about that Masonic. I don't even want to be bothered with voodoo people. People who do voodoo and voodoo and stuff, you know, even the Pan Africans. I appreciate them not coming over to my chat. I appreciate the arguments. I appreciate the sniggers staying the hell away from me. And that's how I want it to stay. I want peace in my chat. So, but I appreciate you subbing me. I appreciate you coming in. Long as it's peace, I'm peace. But all of that other stuff, I'm not with it. I just can't. My energy and my soul don't be bothered with all the wickedness. And I see too much of it. And that's just real with me. So I'm glad to have y'all three that came over here to see me. Um, and I'm going to do some reading on some of the my family records. I don't know nobody's else history. Y'all saw the thumbtack. I don't know nobody else's history. No, bro, you good. I'm just explaining. You know who I am over here because I just left. I'm over there, and I did not like any of that I saw. I mean, I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? It just I had to come on my own. So you're welcome. Long as you don't come over here trying to spell check me because I'm not the one. I mean, I don't. I know what all that is. And I don't even want people like that in my circle. So I mean, if you choose to leave, it's fair, it's fine, but don't take it the wrong way. I just don't. I choose my battles and I choose who I want to be around, and I don't want witchcraft or voodoo or any African spirits, anybody with those type of energies, around me because I don't trust their energy, and that's just the way it is with me. And I think it's best to be, honest and fair, about it. That's why I don't go everywhere. And that's why I don't be everywhere. Because I choose my battles well. So with that being said, like I said, I'm gonna do shout out to the four that's in the chat. Let me call y'all out. Arthur, Sharon, Morgan Gator, and whoever else is sitting back there in the bushes. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for coming over. Like I said, I find it to be a problem because a lot of us don't have not really found ourselves and we fighting over stuff, talking about I wish they go home. And I mean, I have found so many records of how other people been here longer than some of these people talking about I wish they go home. And don't have no records, but these people got records. So who's how you gonna fight a battle or how you gonna even stand and you're not? Every day I see these people on the internet and I see ain't nobody talking about their relative. They ain't talking about no stories that they know about their relative. They ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? They ain't went and found now document that they can even say they got a war record. I mean, not I ain't saying everybody, don't get me wrong, don't nobody go and get this twisted. I'm talking about all these content creators who just having shows when we are in dire strait here. I mean, half of us don't believe or don't even hope for nothing, but yet they want to live. How can you want to live and you don't hope for nothing? You don't have no hope in nothing. How do you think you're going to be an ancestors if your hope ain't up in nothing? If you ain't got no hope, if you ain't got no desire, I mean, what is it all about? That's my thing. What is it really all about? So anyway, as I said, I want to just read some stories. I got books. We got so many stories about our indigenous people, right? I mean, everybody say they got them. Everybody got books, and they say that these people, they are these people. So why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we going out there where it makes a difference? At we supposed to be in Congress. Y'all remember me showing you the Indian caucus? They got an Indian caucus and a black caucus that just stood up against all of the real Indians. I think our fight is deeper than anybody on this planet, but we're not in it. We're not even in a fight right now. We just sitting back waiting, and I don't really know what we're waiting on. So, but y'all remember me telling you that the people the three that's in here, pretty much y'all remember, I'm sure, about the Georgia Charter. 1732 was the last of the 13, right? Morgan, did you ask me that again, sweetie? No, you're good. You're good. You got your pen and paper, see? That's what's up. What you say? Ready to learn that which I don't know. Oh, okay, sis. You know a lot, but no, this is about family to me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I say records, documentation speaks louder than words. It's true because we are family. Really, we are. We just all like I heard somebody say over there. I think it was Keaton Offord saying, "Yeah, we all. Some of us got mental issues. I mean, some of us do, but I don't think it's to the extent that we can't really deal with our situation. You know, um, it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Because I really, I told y'all I see dead people every time I go to bed listening at them fuss. I wake up listening at them fuss. I mean, it just some shows they just always fussing, and I don't hear no solution. Everybody doing their own little thing. You'll hear them talk their own little thing, but it's no community. It's no really where where we're talking about, okay, we know we're all in this together. Now, what are we all gonna do? I heard Grateful talking about putting $100 in a pot. That ain't going. That is not going. That's not it. Niggas got to put their feet on the ground. We really got to be boots on the ground. I mean, I've been talking boots on the ground ever since Quentin just came in there and told me it's been 6 years since they came and visit me. And at that time, boots was on the ground. People were coming to see me from all over. California, North Carolina. They was coming to see Mama Chief. And boots was on the ground. We had to work. I don't even know what happened, y'all. The guys came. They came. They was out there. They helped put the. I know what happened though. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Let me stop saying that. I know what happened on my end. The elder reneged. The elder female elder we were working with, she reneged on everything we had did. Yeah, we had our own call center set up. We was doing what that farming when you have the hydroponics. They came out. I mean, Quentin them did. They came out. We was out on the. It was beautiful. They claimed they did work. They really did. They was ready for the boots on the ground. But on my end, I must say the elder did. I had to think about what happened because I asked Quinn, what really happened? You know what I'm saying? But I think that's really what happened with our project anyway. But still, it didn't stop. It shouldn't have stopped everybody from doing something. And that was during the time when it was really, we were just getting popping. And just like we got popping, so, it's up to us to do it, y'all. It's up to us to do it. So, I told y'all about the Indians. We were Indians with red. We were red, and we was called the Red Indians too. And I did a few months ago. I had a video. I had a driver, and she was from Morocco, right? And I'm gonna try to play this video. I mean, this audio. That's great, sis. That's what I'm talking about. And so I was talking to her after I found out she was from Morocco, and I was like asking her about what did she know about us, whatever. And let me see, can I find this right quick and play it? Let's see. What did I do with it? Okay, hold on for a second. And nobody but me and you, Sharon. We hanging in here. I'm just gonna be here for a minute. I just had to come over here because I had stuff on my mind and I wasn't gonna sit there and just keep it in my mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, you just go ahead and crank up your live for a minute and because I just can't argue with people about this no more. It's just not an argument. And I don't even want to try to tell people, so I just rather come over here. Oh, you're there. Hey, sweetie. Hi. Hey, Arthur. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to not see you there. I see two, and I'm thinking that's just me and Sharon. You see, they sandbagging me. They won't let me even see myself. Yeah. So let me see. Here we go. Let me see. Video block. They still blocking the video of mine. Where? Y'all see my videos? They had blocked some of my videos. They said I had a copyright. But I tried to fix it, I think. I hope I did anyway. I hope I did. I'm looking for this video. It's right here. Sure, and I got that stuff you sent me too. I just seen it. Oh, Arthur, what you said to me? I ain't even been on the email, y'all. I just not seen y'all name. Let me see. Oh, you sub. Thank y'all for coming over here, honey, to hang out with me for a second at least. Y'all know when I come online, I come on live to really share because I don't have nobody really to tell it to, so I come on online. Hope y'all come over here so I can tell it to y'all. Right? Okay, hold on. Let's see if this is it. Oh man, where is it? Okay, I know what. Okay, hold on. I think I got it right here. Firekeeper. Well, I be sharing so much stuff and I can't find it when I go back to look for it because it be done filled up somebody's page. Okay, I'm gonna share this with y'all. Something that Firekeeper. Wait a minute. He found these five, 6 years ago, and he just shared them with me. Mind you, I never heard them before. Okay, I had never heard them when he sent it to me. So this was me 5 years ago on a live. Can you even live with yourself knowing that this lie we living in is just such a perpetual lie, and then it's still going on, and we still walking in it. Every day I wake up, I'm furious. I am furious, you guys. Y'all don't understand. I'm 62 years old, and I'm seeing this stuff long ago. 5 years ago. I declare I'm gonna live to be 100, but I declare it shouldn't take no 40 more years for us to get through this. Yeah. I'm gonna see it through. Okay, I declare I'm gonna see this through. But it shouldn't take till I be 100 for me to see y'all. Come on, make this work. I'm still talking the same talk, ain't I said? I mean, yeah, all my ancestors. My mama, bless her soul, she's 78 years old and she been sick for 20 years. She's still holding on. She's old soldier, you hear me? She's old soldier refuse to leave this earth. But me, when my time come, I ain't holding on. I'm telling y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. But at the same time, I know that she has. Could you hear it, sis? Could y'all hear that? Fair use. Oh, that was mine. Okay. Thank you, sis. Use the fair use disclaimer for educational and instructional purpose when showing videos. Okay, sis. Yeah, I ain't gonna show no videos because I already got strike. But that was the audio of me. And did you hear? Were you able to hear it? He sent these to me last night. And here's another one. Because that's what's important. So as long as we know that, so when we do go to these police stations, when we do go to the governors and the mayors and let them know and say, hey, as the indigenous people and you as a visitor in our land, this is what we're telling you that you need to do. This is what you can do for us. And that's what we're farming. That's why we're meeting with the Iroquois Confederation. We decided that that's what we are part of because that's the only thing that's really doing anything. We got to find places to get in, fit in, and do something. If you're not doing nothing, then you're part of the damn problem. If you're not doing nothing, then you're part of the damn problem. Yeah, it was kind of a little low, but those Firekeeper sent those to me last night. He be listening at the old videos back in the day, but they are so old and so much has changed, and I hate it because people I don't know. It's like we're not really getting what we need to be doing here. I mean, and I ain't gonna tell no lie. I done got slow myself. This is dragging me. Uh, Oh, it's your volume. Okay. But yeah, this is really dragging me now because I find myself, not able to really just sit and read like I once did when I first started this. And I mean it's been a long time. My grandbaby's 34 years. Well, he would have been 34 years old, and he was in the womb when I turned and started into this. So it's been a long journey here. So let's see whose story we're gonna read. Okay, and I also have some stuff where I ask AI some questions too. I do that too. Yes, it's a draining on my soul. It truly is, because when you think about that, you really do it for your family, and they don't believe in, because they just like they've been manipulated and told lies too, so they don't believe like you want them to believe. It's like it's going to take another 10, 12 years for them, seem like sometimes. But I just always ask the ancestors to please send somebody in their direction that will tell them what I can't, because that's the real deal about it. But I asked this AI about I was asking them about the Sundry Moores Act and all that stuff. But I don't even want to talk about that, because see, that was some more fabricated stuff. I want to talk about the fabrication of my family history, that they done put me in this history. So like I said, I know there's some sniggers that will sit and want to tell me, oh, well, how you believe that? Same way y'all believe everything y'all believe. Shit. They ain't gonna sit and put me in royalty. That I can see them taking me out of royalty, but I don't see them putting me in royalty. Do you, sis? I do not see them putting down one of us in a place of royalty. Killers would not put us in a place of royalty. And here go one of my relatives. His name was William Nanetta. He was 38 years old. He was born in 1862 in Iowa. He was a Sac and Fox Indian. He was on that reservation in Tama, Iowa. Okay. Um, his race was Indian Native American. He was the head of household. His wife's name was Pamika Wiwakwa, and his occupation was an Indian policeman. An Indian policeman. Um, it said here that he could not read or write, which none of my people really back in those days, they couldn't read or write, but they could speak English. So him, it says, can speak English. Yes. So this is a typical record of my whole lineage back in the day, because they wasn't writing anything, and they wasn't reading these, don't let me say it, these books that's just been written, right? They wasn't reading this stuff, but they could speak great English. Um, so that is William Nanetta. Okay, so then my seventh great grandmother of my ninth, she's the seventh great grandmother of my ninth great grandmama, right? Her name was Algonquin. No, Algonquin. Keon. It's with a Kian. She's born in 1440. She had a son named Running Stream Powhatan, and he was born in 1460. He died in 1510. So Running Spring Powhatan had a daughter named Running Spring I'm sorry. His daughter, the daughter of I can't even say it, Running Spring, daughter was named Morning Flower Powhatan. And she was born in 1500 and she died in 1570. So Morning Flower, the son of Morning Flower, was Emperor Big Chief. So this is his mother. Emperor Big Chief Wanahasuka Powhatan, who is the father of Mahatap, who is supposed to be Pocahontas. Okay? So this is in my tree. My seventh great grandmother of the ninth great grandmother. And it goes down to have Big Chief in this record here. I always said he was my 17th great grandpa, but he couldn't have been. He's down there in the shoot, that's like six, so I don't know where that is. But then you got Matacana Cleopatra Shoney Powhatan. She was born in 1587 and she died in 1641. And she was the daughter of Emperor Big Chief Wanasuka. Then you got Susan. It says twin to Mahabito. And they last name, that's when they first start getting the last name, sis. Well, that record states Indian, written and document. Bam, boom. Okay. So, sis, this right here is in 15, she was born in 1569. No, I'm sorry, 1579. So somewhere between when she was born to when she died in 1651, she had to marry a carpenter. And you know, I see in some of these, King Hassel, hey love, how you doing? Great continuation. Thank you for coming in. Just read some of my family records because I don't want to talk about nobody else's history. I figure validate validate your own records. You know, I'm here. I'm a real Indian in this place. And we need to stand up and be who we are. We need to stand on these records. We need to be up there telling them we are the real Indians. Stop playing with us. So, Tame Doe is one of my relatives. I know y'all heard of Tame Doe. Then I had a Cherokee Rain Conqueror. Okay? Cherokee Rain Conqueror is after twin Mahabito, the carpenter. And Thomas Trader. Now he was a trader, y'all. This is his name, right? Thomas Trader Tom Maltall. He was a trader, but he was a Maltall of the Pigeon of Tellico. That was Carpenter. That was who she married. And then we had Cherokee Rain Conjurer. I literally deal with the rain when I need to. And I didn't know it until I found out I had rainmakers in my tree. Okay? I have literally stopped the rain several times when I needed it to stop. And I credited it always to the ancestors. But then I found these records that showed me I had literal rain conjurers, rainmakers in my tree. Showed me that I was literally out of 17 generations of real Indians on paper, on documentation that beats conversation. So this is the stories that I want to talk about. These are the things that I want to put in the atmosphere, because if a lot of us knew this, I don't know how we could not fight harder. If a lot of us knew our history this way, I don't know why we're not fighting better than this. Yeah, for sure. Right there in Virginia. right there in Virginia, King. You know it. So then, let me see who else is up in here. Lorraine Court, and he got the longest name on the whole paper, y'all. It's he got the longest name. Say White. Let me see. Oh no, that was Trader. Wait a minute. That was Cherokee Trader. And this is who is this? This is his son, White Owl, and Algonquin Indian Martel Savannah, Tom Raven Carpenter, Martel of Tellico. Now it says here that he was adopted by Martel too. See? But he was of the son of Martel 1. So, and then it says Cherokee Rainmaker for him as well. So I guess he got his dad's job. So now you got Eleanor Tame Doe Stubblefield. You got a Stubblefield, right? Anybody know any Stubblefields? Lucy Rebecca, I knew you, Anaya he Ward. This is where the wards come in at in my tree, right? Anybody know about Nancy Ward? Nancy Ward is the one who won the battle between the Cherokee and the Creek. They supposedly, this is the story, how the story goes, that they was fighting from the South Carolina Georgia line all the way to the Tennessee and Georgia line, and her and her husband Kingfisher, was it? Yeah, Kingfisher. You know some words, Sharon? Yeah. But see, those native people out there on the wall, out there in that plantation, they don't recognize that we are native because we was native before they got that name. So, but these records say native. These records say whole Indians. So what are you supposed to do? These records right here, hey, says, here go my name right here. My name at the last of this list. My mama and my grandmama and my great grandmama, my great granddad, all them on this list. But so it's time for somebody to put their blood on the table. You understand what I'm saying? It's time for real Indians. Where's the real Indians? Folks tell you don't be an Indian because you're a nigger. Well, I ain't no nigger. Let's be clear. And I'll fight anybody to tell me I'm a nigger and I'm handicapped. But don't be telling me who I am when evidently you don't know that you're not a nigger. Because ain't no nigger in none of this documentation. Nigger is not there. Negro, maybe, but that's still an African. And it's still a negrito. It's still from over there, not over here. So if you're going to take that name, you might as well take the name as a slave. You might as well be everything they said you was, because evidently you ain't got no 5 civilized tribe records. I got that shit too. And we supposed to use it all because our ancestors did pave this way. And we the ones sitting here don't know what's been paved, what's been put down in documentation for us. That's on us. It ain't on nobody but us. And people want to give hell to the ancestors, give hell to the baby boomers, listen. Excuse me. Listen, it's been done already. But it's what we ain't doing. We're not standing up. We let other folks stand up and be us. No. I got records right here. Say my folks is all over there in Canada. I got a little cousin hit me up. Her and her little daughter. They real native. They done hit me up. They real native out there. They real light skin looking Asian a little. But I'm the original. We are the original. And we need to go stand side by side and get on up in there and let them know we hear y'all. The lies y'all told don't fly no more. But the only reason why sniggers can't do that, and I call them sniggers because they want to be niggers. But them sniggers, all them, they act like they some more. They act like they hiding shit. Because if you know who you is, why aren't you standing on it? I done gave calls so many times for Powhatan. Let's resurrect Powhatan. Listen, people got their name all Powhatan name, but they won't come. If somebody tell me they got records of 1400 and y'all say you got records of 1400, why ain't we working together? Really, truly, why aren't we working together? Because that's how it's always been. We always had snakes in the midst of us. We always had somebody standing right next to the, getting ready to put their feet on our back because they ain't for us. I mean, yeah, it's always been that way. And it's going to be that way because when I see, that's why I say, I prefer, and I didn't mean no harm to the elder, but I already seen him in action twice today. So I know how he roll. I know how he come out. I know what he about. And it ain't about nothing that I'm about. So, I mean, I listen, and let me be clear here. They don't nobody come in my chat hall in no way. But for the 400 and some people that subscribe to me, if we not about the same thing, and you ain't and you're African, or you fighting for this system and all that, you can unsubscribe because I'm not here for subscribers. I'm not here for cash out. I'm here to tell my people, and if it ain't but 5 of us, that we need to go and make a stand. That we need to go and get our names on the books. That we need to go and secure our family. That's all I'm here for. I ain't here trying to make friends. I'm here to try and make a legacy because our ancestors put it in motion. I got the records to prove it. They put it in records for us, y'all. All my records is tucked off safe in a vault somewhere. But I got copies everywhere. Okay? I got copies of my records everywhere. Because of the fact that it took a lot for me to get them. And I know I got to do a lot to make sure I keep them. And make sure that they in hands of people who, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Because the only reason why I got them like this, though, because I've been doing it for a long time. It ain't nothing I just started doing 10 years ago or yesterday. So that's why I admonish people to try and find those records so we can so you'll know what your ancestors did. Now, excuse me. Okay, so this goes down into the Bryant, the Wards. Then you got Griggs. You lost on what one, sis? What you get lost on? I don't know what I said. You say you lost on that one. Let me know. But so Lucy Ward, her name was Lucy Rebecca Ward. Then you had Wade Anderson Bryant. Now this 1700. That's when I know Wade came here in 1700. Wade Bryant came here, and that's when he married her. She was the Indian. And you know the story that goes, it says that they come and they marry the women, which was true. The record shows that it was true. They came and they married the women who were the Indians. Okay? But when they also came knowing they was coming because they had family members who these people belonged to from over on the other side. So it was well orchestrated and planned. It was business. It was business. It wasn't nobody coming over here taking and marrying the women and just, you know what? It wasn't like that in these records. I'm reading these records. Oh, Lucy Ward, Nancy Ward. Okay, yeah. Don't. Okay. I'm going to their story now. Okay, okay. Now, and this is one of my aunt Sarah Carter, and her husband was Charlie Carter, and Ned Carter. That was one of my uncles. Now, this is they Oklahoma and Indian Territory U.S. Dolls Census card. This they Dolls Rose number, y'all. Like I told you, it don't take but one person to have one person that were on these roads that they can fix the whole family. The one that died that's in the ground and the one that's walking on the ground. You can fix the whole family to be who they. This is a Choctaw. It says here that she's let me see. I thought it said Choctaw somewhere. It doesn't say it. Not on wait a minute. Yeah, it's on the back of here. I'm sorry. Here it is. Ned Carter. Yeah, right here. It says Mississippi Choctaw Indians. Mississippi Choctaw Indian on the Oklahoma and Indian Territory Doll Census Roll. These the records you want. I'm sorry, but these the papers you want. Bryant's, Carter's. Oh wow, yeah, those my major. Yeah, baby, them the major ones. Them Carters. Them my great grandmama people. Okay, let's see what we got here. These some of them. I think these some of them Europeans right here because. Okay. See, I ain't partial to my ancestor. All my ancestors, I'm embracing the blood. I'm embracing the blood because guess what? They were royal bloodline, baby. I ain't playing with y'all. Listen, all y'all my cousins. See, when you went to school with folks, Sharon, let me tell you what I found out. When I went to school with folks, it was like everywhere we moved, if we moved right there across town, everybody who in that community moved that way too. It was like I end up going to elementary school with the same folks I went to middle school with, same folks I end up going to high school with because we all moved like in droves to go to certain different places. You got a lot of those names in your tree too? Yeah. Okay, so now my 10th great grand aunt and uncle. It says their name is ALYS. That's all they got right now. You know I got to do some more research on that name, right? But that's a 10th great aunt, somebody aunt. And it says that Thomas Paine Jr., so that's his brother. Alice Margaret Lady Paine. See, these them royals from over there. Lady Paine. Walter Childs, Chiels. You got the Paines, the Childs, Tompkins, Tompkins, King. And then you got Marks, Marks, Mary Marks. Then you got Cargyle. That's my great grandma. Cargyle. Because Andrew Brown Roberts is her son, and that's my dad, my great granddad. And Joseph Roberts is my father, and that's his father, Andrew Brown. So you see, and then there go my name right there. So this is a 10th grade aunt, them records. So it's the 10th generation, right? Of some aunties. just of some aunties and uncles and stuff, right? All the way down to my great grandma, which Cargyle, she is the one that I think it's like that's like three generations from me, right? She's the one. Think think I got a record on her or her mother. It may be her mother I'm thinking about that is on a slave schedule. Okay, she's on a slave schedule as a 2 year old child to her father. You hear what I'm saying? Because they was making those records at the time. We got to understand what was being going on. It was they were setting us up in commerce. They was setting the stage for us to be slaves. They, this is where I see the pencil, moving a little bit right there, especially like that because the slaves didn't mean nothing. It was a slave schedule that they used. It didn't mean that they was literal slaves because this was a 2 year old baby and it was her father. But I also have slave schedules that with it'll tell you how many free whites, how many free but I we wasn't the slaves. It was other people. Um my people were also white as a status. And see that's another thing that people don't understand being hijacked. The status of white and black. They traded places with us. We don't have the same status we had when we was royal and ruling. Yeah, I got Browns too, sis. Okay, let's see what else y'all said up there. Bobby and Charlie Carter. Oh, my grandmother's first cousin was a pain. Okay, cousin, I told y'all, man, listen. I'm stuck on all Browns in my tree. It's not much information on them. Or maybe they moved to North Carolina from somewhere else. I got Browns too. Definitely got Browns. Definitely got Browns. Let me see something. Let me go on my phone right quick and pull up my ancestry because I definitely got some Browns. Um, let me see. Yeah, man. Okay, let's see where we at here. See what y'all talking about. Appreciate y'all talking to me in the chat. Y'all know I like that. There. Okay. Some Browns. I have some pains. You got some pains too. See y'all. See. Yeah, that's awesome right there. For real, for real. Okay, let me log in right here and see what I can see. I'm gonna look up. Cause your last name is Haskell. King, is that just the name you chose? What's your last name, King? Let me see. Okay, I'm right here. So I want to do my DNA record. Okay. DNA matches. Okay. And what am I putting in? Colson. Okay, let me put in some Colson. Have I did your name before? I don't know. I don't remember. Let me see, can I find some Colson? Colson. Let's spell it right. Colson. Yep. Oh, shit, we are related. Our people moved around. I'm trying to tell you. You better know it. That's why I said we must do these records, man. We must know who we is. Stop playing. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what this thing says. Oh man, I didn't go in incognito. I didn't want to go incognito. Get off of there. It done put me incognito, y'all. Okay. So I have some. Let's see. With Colson, and I have some. They're on my father's side. Look like it. Yeah, the Colson look like. No, they on both sides. I forgot. They be on both sides, the mom and the dad side. And that's another thing, y'all. When you find names in your tree, they on. Oh, is that supposed to be a? Oh, okay. You saying the different ways? Yep, yep, yep. And they all goes to one man. I promise you, they all go to one man because I done found that in my tree too. But when you see these names, you got to know that they on both sides of your tree. They not just on your mama's side like you think, or just on your daddy's side. When you do your cousin, you're gonna find cousins on both sides of the tree in every name in your tree. And when I tell you I got the alphabet to name, have y'all ever heard me read the names of off of my tree? Who name? I mean, because every time I meet people, I put their name in my tree, right? Like I just put your name in my tree, and I got cousins come up with your name. So that's why, and I write it down in a book. So now I got a whole A from A to Z of names that's in my tree. Zelensky's. What the world? Who would have ever thought I had some Zelensky's in my tree? But this is how our families have moved around. This is how they've been living. And it was way before we was even thought about. So all the racist bull crap, all the you never heard me read some of them. I read some off then. We're gonna be on all night, but I just wanted to put some records out here, put some names out here, put some some validation out here because I'm a whole Indian over here, and I ain't gonna never say I'm a nigga, and I ain't gonna never say I'm African American, and I definitely ain't gonna never say I'm black. I'm that little red Indian that everybody wanna deny that we are. So, you know, just don't make no sense to me not to own it. You got to really own this thing. See, I'm ready to go to the powers that be with where I'm at. And I don't understand why ain't nobody else ready for that. How long, how many years you gonna be on YouTube talking about what they doing to you? Or how many years? When we got documentation, we got records that say they supposed to do this. They supposed to even that Declaration of rights of indigenous people. That's supposed to be our stuff. We done let them just took it. I remember 6, 7 years ago when I first got that book. You ought to see that book. That book is thick as hell. That book got all kind of stuff in it. And I was teaching it hard back then. But now everybody done let it just went over there to them like it belonged to them. No, we need to stand up. We need to take back everything that we can that belongs to us because ain't nobody gonna give it to us. Matter of fact, they want to take it from you. So it's up to us, and I'm just gonna stand on that. Now, King, you still in here? I got something for you for about up in Washington. I mean, up in Virginia. Found something up in. They have them up in Virginia. Let's see what happened because I ain't ready. King, you still in here with me? Shout out to the fire that's in the chat. I'm not. What's up? Rattling them bones. Gotta rattle them bones, man. Okay. Virginia and the Virginians. King. Okay, this you still on the front of the land. Some of us had to leave, so I'm down south, but it's still part of my land. Let's talk about it. Okay. I am Indian and American Indian. And that I have a copy of the Declaration. Whose Declaration? Hope it's yours. I'll even read mine off one day. Well, whose Declaration do you have, my sister? Goddess. Hey, my sister, how you doing? Great continuation. Okay, Sharon. I'm waiting to see that Declaration. The one I think it is. Okay. The Virginia and the Virginians. Washington's first administration resigning the office December 31st, 1795. So these are the Virginians and the Virginia. Stop playing with me. See, because first of all, we got to remember, while we be sitting here claiming half of these territories, if these wasn't the original names, we shouldn't be so territorial. In one regards, in my opinion, what you say? What say you? Because even even down to really the Americans, see when they talk about what names and what all this stuff is diabolically being switched around and given, right? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, okay. And so all of the, even down to the American, I hear people say we're the only in the first American. I got some documents that say you're not, but nevertheless, you can keep being who you want to be. But if you just saying it and it ain't making, oh shit, you just saying it and you ain't doing nothing but just saying it, making a lot of noise, a lot of air. Cause you can't stand it on nothing. Talk is cheap, they used to always tell me. What you gonna do? If you got power, you use it. Evidently, a lot of niggas just got a lot of hot air. And half of them don't know that they real Indians. Cause if they was, they'll be doing something about it. Chubby is off. She'll probably be going to who? Who the hell is Chubby? Who the hell is Chubby? I don't know her. Or not. Who is you talking about? Please don't distract me with something that don't make no sense to me. Please don't do that. Oh, it messed up on you. Ooh, okay. I'm like, what in the world Chubby gonna do over here? Hmm. But okay, so we're talking about the Virginia and the Virginians. Okay, Washington's first administration resigning the office December 31st, 1795. Is that a five or a three? I think that's a five, y'all. 3 years of private life. What's the private life, y'all? Hmm. Donald Trump is private. That's why he go to jail in a limo. Hmm. Yeah. All that because he's still private. Okay. So 3 years of Washington being in the private life ensured, and then again, Mr. Jefferson found himself in the political arena. Now, I'm gonna read you a story about Mr. Jefferson in a minute, cause he's in my tree. Okay, he's in my tree. Mr. Jefferson found himself in the political arena, this time as a leader of one of two political parties into which the American voters had become divided by the party then calling themselves Republicans. Mr. Jefferson was nominated for president, and the federal party nominated John Adams of Massachusetts as his opponent. Y'all with me on this story right here, the Virginians? This was after the corporation. Now remember, the corporation was set up, what, 1732? Is that right? I think that's right. Y'all know I be tripping on history, though. I be trying. Let's take that so I can be sure what I'm saying. 1732, I'm right. Help me out, Sharon, where you at? 1732, right? So the corporation started 1732, and here we is in 1795. And Washington and Jefferson over here doing some different stuff. They over here handling this business, right? They up in Virginia. By the party then calling themselves Republican, Mr. Jefferson was nominated as president, and for the federal party nominated John Adams of Massachusetts as his opponent. The vote was counted in the presence of both the House of Congress in February 1797, and Mr. Adams, receiving the majority, was declared president. (1732), right, Sharon? Thank you, sis. So, Mr. Adams received the majority, was declared president. Mr. Jefferson, as was then the law, becoming the vice president. March the 4th, 1797, he took the oath of office, and as presiding officer in the Senate, delivered before that body a speech which is yet a model of dignity, modesty, and statesmanship. Much of the 4 succeeding years, Mr. Jefferson spent in the tranquility at his country home in Monticello. Y'all, that's where my land at that my granddaddy them left, in Monticello, Georgia. Okay? Let me find this story about Jefferson. Because his wife or his mother, one of them in this story, is the one that has the red in her race for her being a whole Indian. But her race says red. Let me find that right quick while we're talking about this. Let's see what I feel with that. This to come say Maria Jefferson. This is Tecumseh's wife here, but she was the one that was the red native Indian. Let me see, can I put this in the camera? I want y'all to see it. I don't just want y'all to hear it. I want y'all to see it, so you can say you've seen it for yourself. Let me see, can I cut this camera on? Okay. All right. Let's see, can y'all see this, y'all? Can y'all see her race? Wait a minute. Can y'all see race right there? Red, Native American. Chief Tecumseh. Can y'all see that? I can't hold it that long, y'all. I need y'all to see it. Chat. Some of y'all in the chat. I need y'all to see it so y'all can stop being dismayed and saying we ain't what we is. Can it be seen? Race, red, Native American. All right. I'm tired of niggas not knowing. They want to be niggas, let them be niggas. But I'm a whole Indian over here with records. So let me see. I know I had something else talking about that Jefferson man. Let me see. Is it? Let me see. Check this out, y'all. Yeah, I'm jumping around because I got so many different stories. Check this out. Look here. Historical Southern families. See, these were my people. I don't know. Look, these were my people. These are stories of my family people, right? Cut this camera off because it be jumping. Okay. Extreme left from the Independent Hill on County 619 to County. This is land. They talking about some land. They say in 1742, when the formation of Fairfax County necessitated the removal of the seat of Prince William from Occoquan Creek to a more accessible point. The rivalry of 5 sections of the county caused the selection to be placed in the hands of in the hands of a board of arbitrators. Colonel Henry Fitzhugh, Colonel William Fairfax, and Colonel John Colville, y'all know these folks, after a meeting held at the Nesbico Iron Mines. Okay, y'all remember these was when they was taking the iron and they had these iron plants all over everywhere, right? Because I just had a piece of one of my elders' land checked out by a realtor, and they found that it's in Indianapolis and it's in between a railroad track and a steel mill. About 90 acres of land in between those two things. See. So, what was that? It says after the meeting was held. No, I already did that. I'm sorry. Recommendation resulted in the council's order on December the 15th, 1742, that the courthouse be erected at the plantation of Philemon Waters. You know any waters down through there, y'all? Philemon Water, they finna put a courthouse there. This site was part of the tract that had been patented in 1712 by Louis Reno and Philemon Waters here at March 25th, 1754. I stopped right there to let you know. Reno's is the Jacobites. Let me see. That's 1700, right? Yes. 1700s, the Jacobites came in over and started, because the 1600 it was Europe, 1700s it was the Jacobites over there. Okay. Indian Red Crayola Crown used to be included. Oh yes, it did. I got a picture of that right now in one of my books. Yes. Oh, you got Waters too, King? Okay. How about them Renos? Them Jacobite Renos? You got no Jacobite Renos in your tree? Let me find that Jacobite Reno, because see, every time when I mention these people's name, I have to go and find the record so I can identify to y'all what I'm trying to show you, right? If I like right now, I was reading about the Virginians, the history of the Southern families of the Virginians, but at the same time, these people are Jacobites. They're the Jacobites. So, let me see, can I find this Jacobite records? Is it Jacobites? I'm sorry. Let me back up. Huguenots. Okay, King, straighten me out. They are the Huguenots, baby. My bad, my bad. You're right. Because Jacobites and the Huguenots are not the same. You're right. They are they are our Huguenots. I'm sorry. Thank you for clearing it up because I was thinking myself, I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Right, 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 right. Okay. Now, before I tell y'all something, we really need to just be who we supposed to be and stop letting these people dumb us down. That's how I feel like we being dumbed down. Okay, here go the Reno family. Okay, here we go. Gonna read a little bit to show who these Reno folks is. Reno family in America. I don't know about nobody's history but mine. I'm reading my history. These my folks in my family. Let it be known. We were red Indian. We copper color. We are the Indians of this place. We were the native. We are the indigenous. We are the aboriginal. And I got mine on records, and everybody else should have theirs, so we can stand and be a people. Because right now we still niggas. Because everybody want to still be niggas. Oh, I love that word. Well, that word ain't going to get you what you need to get. I bet you that. So, the Reno family in America. From Genealogy of the Reno Family in America, 1600 to 1900. Second edition, 1999, by Steve G. Fancy, whoever he is. The origin of the Reynaud is Reynaud slash Reno, Reno slash Reneau. That's how all the ways that they spelt their name. Okay. Family in America can be traced to religious events in their home country of France. This is where I shared with y'all last week about the fact that we were colonized by England for those in the 1600s, then by France in the 1700s, then by Spain in the 1800s. Because they're all cousins, and they all was ushered over him by their king, who was cousins, right? So it says here that from their country, France, which culminated in the revocation of the Edict of Nantes in 1685. King, I need you to tell me about that when we talk. Did you hear it? The Nantes, Nantes. I know you probably know about them, right? In 1685. Okay? It says that the Renards went to England where they took out letters of denization, which permitted them to remain and to hold the land in England or its colonies. Numerous spelling variations of the Reno name have appeared in records during the past 300 years in America. 300 years in America. Who gonna tell them to go? What? Okay, okay. Such as Reno Rain. They got it Rheno. They got several different ways of spelling that. Rhyno and others. Many of the records, such as census records, were spelled phonetically, and the records themselves cannot be relied upon. However, various documents signed by Renos appear with the various spellings over the years, and the variation Reno and Reno are common to this day. The Huguenot immigrants, having fled France for a British colony, which was Virginia, they left France. They went to a British colony, which was Virginia, adopted the angelicized version of Reynaud, Reynaud, and especially during the French and Indian War. So those was the French and Indian Wars, that to be said, right? when the French were the enemies of the British. See, because they done fled British to come to take up in their colony over here. Y'all see this? Y'all see what's happened? That's what I'm seeing what happened. They done went over there and they done left and came over here to their colony. Adopted the anglicized version of wait a minute now. French and Indian Wars, when the French were the enemies of the Britain in the colonies, it was desirable to dissociate themselves from the French. Louis Reno wrote his name Reno when he signed a deed in 1711, and deeds from the Northern Neck Grant. What's the Northern Neck Grant book? Northern Neck Grant book. Where my pen at? I have to research, y'all. When I see something I don't know about, I have to find out. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. That's what I said. And now they talking about the Northern Neck Grant book. What is the Northern Neck Grant book? Y'all. Northern Neck. I gotta find out what it means, y'all. Sorry for taking the time to write that down, but I had to. Thank you for the five that's still in the chat. Okay, so it says in early Prince William County records. So the early Prince William County records, he done put he got a deed. Have original signatures by Louis Reno Jr., Thomas Reno, Zello Reno, and others with the spelling Reno. However, during the Revolutionary War, the French became the allies of the colonies, and some family members returned to the French spelling. So they was hiding by their name. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, that's what. Okay, it says the French and Indian War were so they was the enemy of Britain. So they was fighting with the Indians against Britain. Is that what you hearing? So tell me, King, is that what they was doing? Was they fighting with the Indians or against the Indians with the Brits? Because they was an enemy of the Britain because they had to left Britain, right? So they was over here as allies. It says as allies. So they was allies to the Indians. Okay. Um, let's see here. So, but that I just wanted to bring that up because I was reading that about the Virginians, right? And Thomas Jefferson. So they was all working together. Thomas Jefferson, he was working with it was all part of this. Okay, what we got? Got an hour and 18 minutes. Y'all, I'm gonna stay on a little more while longer. I run up my time for the money, so because I ain't. It's so easy to go over though, for real. And then y'all look, I just found this right here. This right here says that this is a tithing list. It says tithable list, Prince William County, 1765. Transcribed by J. Philip Bowery III. The first acquisition of the Friends of the Virginia State Archives was a significant one. The paper of the Reverend Melvin Stedman, Dr. Lotz H. Manarin, Virginia State Archivist, and Richard Slayton, Slatten, first president of the SVSA, advanced the funds to acquire the papers for the archives. What? Before the Friends were sovereign. Among them were three 1765 Prince William titleable lists not held by the archives, administered by the parish, Vestry's titleable lists were in the sense colonial tax lists. Dettingen Parish was established in 1745 by the division of Hamilton Parish, which had formerly covered the whole of Prince William County. Above four names in one of the lists is the notation Dettingen Parish, tithes in Farquhar, perhaps for those whose property spanned the county line, on to age to fading ink, and to bleeding two of these lists pose this. Okay, so in other words, this is a tithing list and it has some names on it. William Scott. I see, y'all know, see, this when you know it was a lot of farms, and when you get to look at these names, Foushee, that's their first name, Foshee. Tibbs, Tebbs. We know that's not an American name. John Highwarden. See, these are the names of foreigners. John Graham, all these are foreigners. Griggs, Home, Forrell, Key, Cavett. But see, they had ties. Six, they had the tithe. He had 6 acres. He had the tithes. He had 300 acres. He had the tithes of six. I don't know what all that means. But this is a tithing record. Whatever it means to be a tithe. But see, these are things that you find out when you find records, right? Yep, for sure. Okay, let's see what this one says. Oh, here go a Moore. I hear folks always some of their Moors, right? And this is a Moore by last name. Foster and Moore family. Rozier of Virginia, their daughter Catherine Grace Smith married Charles Cargyle. You remember me telling you about my relatives of Cargyles, right? So some kind of way these people connected here. They're connected. General Roger Moore, Irish rebel, 1641, had a son, Sir Nathaniel Moore, governor of North and South Carolina, y'all. Yo, we talking about people running this shit, right? Had James Moore, governor of South Carolina, 1719, married Miss Yeoman. Do you know what a yeoman is? I have a relative that I found one time was a yeoman. Anybody know what a yeoman is? It's supposed to be a high up person, someone somewhat. Daughter of Sir John Yeoman, governor of North and South Carolina, 1665 through 71. And his wife, Margaret Foster, had King Roger Moore, Indian fighter. Y'all hear that? He was an Indian, he was a king. Yes, it's the last name. But I've also seen it as a title for a job in my tree. But did you hear what I said about King? It says that Margaret Foster had King Roger Moore, Indian fighter of North Carolina, who married Catherine Rhett, had Sarah Moore of North Carolina, married Thomas Smith. This is their genealogy, y'all, of South Carolina. And she had Benjamin Smith. And he was the governor of North Carolina. 1810. He was born and he died in 1750. I mean, wait a minute. He was born in 1750 and he died in 1829. I'm sorry. First, Anne Birch of Virginia. Second, those are his wife. Second wife was Sarah Dry of North Carolina. Had Rebecca married to Solomon Rogers of North Carolina legislator. Y'all, we talking about the big wigs, y'all. These them big wigs. 1797 had Elizabeth Rogers, North Carolina and Tennessee. 1795 to 1869, married about 1813. She married John Foster, North Carolina. They first settled of Wilson County, Tennessee. So they done left North Carolina and went to Tennessee now, y'all. Y'all on this migration road with me, right? This is how our family did things. They was in business, they was moving. Some stayed, some went. Some stayed to keep the land, some went to keep the culture. That's what I always known. Okay, so let's see. Sarah Spain of Tennessee had Benjamin Smith Foster, Ann Stark McDaniel Foster, Benjamin Smith Foster, those are all her children. Rufus Harrison Foster. From Mrs. B.S.F., my great aunt Susan Thompson Cargyle. That's my relative right there, Susan Thompson Cargyle. Mrs. Moore of Georgia, sister of Charles Cargyle of Okoloni, Arkansas, wrote me in her early life how they lived and enjoyed themselves, what work they had to do, and the first cotton seed she ever saw, how they raised it in the front yard at grandmother's. Mrs. John H. Marks. Remember me talking about the marks in my tree? I have a rolling pin made by my grandfather, Marks. John H. that has been in use ever since. First, my grandmother used it, then my mother until 1851. Then she gave it to me. Grandfather also made for his wife, Susan Thompson Marks, a spinning wheel to spin cotton with. Y'all hear this story? See, this is stories of my family. She spent cotton. She had a wheel her husband made for her. Come on. I have seen it. Wait a minute. I have seen it. It stayed here in the old Cargyle homestead. See, I didn't even know anything about a homestead, a Cargyle homestead. You see? See? When you read, I ain't even read these records now, y'all. I got them, but I still don't know what's in them till I'm reading them. There's a Cargyle homestead, y'all, in Bucks County, Georgia. Oh, snap, it's right here in Georgia. Oh, man. Y'all know I got to be on that tomorrow. Until I was grown before it was, oh, shit, it destroyed. Yo, they say it was destroyed. Let me see. Wait a minute. She's talking about the land? Wait a minute. The homestead, Bucks County, Georgia, until I was grown, before it was destroyed. When mother broke it, oh, she talking about the daggone machine now. I was like, wait a minute. When mother broke up housekeeping, she left her flax wheel and the spinning jenny in the lumber room. Wow. When I had the house remodeled, I threw them away. I wouldn't have never threw that away. I wouldn't have never done that. Uncle Jim Marks, within my own recollection, certainly owned considerable land up to the Amity region lands, early known as the Napier land, about Oklahoma. It was through his influence that my uncle Charles Cargyle located there. See, he came because of him. I have I have had in my possession two thin, worn silver spoons given to Mary Hastings Marks on her marriage, 1817, to John Reno Cargyle, by her parents, John Harvey Marks and his wife, of Jasper County, Georgia. That's where my folks from, Monticello. That's Monticello right there, y'all. That's Monticello. I have a pair of hand-beaten silver spectacles, which were used by either James Marks, who died in 1816, just prior to the Mark Cargyle marriage, or by Mrs. Cargyle's father, John Marks. I used the spoons recently at a breakfast at a breakfast given at Cargyle Bridge. Cargyle Bridge? What that said? The great daughter of J.H. Marks and the donor of the spoons. Dr. Cargyle's father had preserved them and had given them to my mother. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Hastings. Yeah. Hey, cuz, you know we all in there, don't you? I tell you. I tell you. But I didn't. I never read. I haven't read any of these stories, all of y'all. When I see them, I print them because if I don't, if I go back, they'll take them. They'll move them. So time I see stuff, I print it right away. Yeah, we definitely found. But you see how they was all up in all of these. They was presidents and governors and lieutenants this and I mean, our family played a great role in everything. And that's why I say we got to find out really where it went wrong at. And I figure it went wrong in 1865 around that time when the Moors started creating all this white supremacists and all of this. But in the last 100 years, that's when we lost. Because in 1921, we were still wearing our own cotton. We were still wearing fur. We was doing good until they throw down all the Wall Streets and they started doing all that Jim Crow and race rioting on us. Other than that, hey, we was the governors, and I just read this. The fourth president of the United States was born. Listen, this is my family stuff. He was born at George King, George County. Listen, his father, an opulent planter. Who was the planters here of that province? The oldest of 7 children. He received the best education the times afforded. He was prepared for college under the instructions of the private tutor, Reverend Thomas Martin. Listen, we knew these was our colleges and stuff. And we talking about James Madison now. Listen, he got the best education. The movement toward American independence. See, it wasn't talking about us. They were talking about them. See, every time you hear that word, they weren't talking about us. They was not calling you the Americans. Even though these is our people, they was not talking. They wasn't. This wasn't about the Indians to me. This was about because you ain't gonna see nothing about them. Revolutionary wars and shit, and a part of the first year following the peace. They had some peace. Hold on. Let's see. Do I see the word Indian anywhere in here? Y'all bear with me a minute. I'm looking for some. See, because it's funny how that Virginia was, that was like you would think that would be like the Washington D.C. So, but they moved it to Washington D.C. right? Because it wasn't always there. The capital was in New York or something, wasn't it? I I think it was in New York or somewhere. Oh, I'm trying to see. What in the world? Cincinnati to Rome. Y'all, see, we're going to take some time and read through some of this stuff. We might find some answers for real. We just might find some answers. Because I know you know that territory up there. I ain't never been to Virginia, though, like that. I've been through it, but I want to come up there and get on that territory. For real. Oh, this talking about Baltimore and everything right here, y'all. But I really appreciate y'all being here, y'all. I hope I shared something that lightened the way. And y'all, we need to come together though for real. We do. Family need to be together. Family need to be doing family things like going and putting these records to where they need to go. You know, it's not a hard thing to do at this point, y'all. The hardest thing it is now is for us to get in space to do it. Um, let me see what this says right here. It says, what's this? Indian white amalgamation. What? In 1618, Stephen, I can't read that. Champions, reckless and enterprising voyage brought to Cupid the description of Lake Superior as well as specimens. Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold on, I might have to try to feed through here, y'all. Hold on. Bear with me as I do this. Year 1612. In 1618, Stephen Brewer, one of Champion's reckless and enterprising voyages, brought to Quebec a description of Lake Superior as well as a specimen of native copper. In 1634, Jean Nicolet became acquainted with Ojibwa near Saint Marie. In a letter dated Quebec, September 21st, 1654, Father Lee Mercier speaks of canoes landed with furs, guided by French traders, but manned by Indians from the 400 leagues to the west. From the year 1660, largely due to the exploration of trade and success of the two Frenchmen, Radion and Gruciella, the Lake Superior Ojibwa have been exploited for their rich catches of fur. The Ojibwe, Ojibwe, you know what I'm talking about? Ojiwa, Ojibwe. That's who they and they said that they had the trade. They had been just no anthropologist making a first-hand study of the Ojibwe Indians today will long doubt that last from the date last mentioned or for the past 250 years, the amalgamation of the Indians and the whites has been continuously and cumulative in the Lake Superior region. Y'all hear what they saying now? They saying they've been mixing over there in Lake Superior. In 1670, the Hudson Bays Company was originally and for 200 years dominated the upper Ojibwe area. It early extended the field of the Minnesota Ojibwe with its force of hardy French and Scotch traders. In 1786, the Northwest Company of Montreal was formed. The American Trading Company was started in 1809. The thousands of traders from the above large companies and many others from smaller and from private trading organizations were stationed in or around over the lands of the Lake Superior Indians. Today, the linear descendants of traders in or near every Indian village throughout the extension of lake area. It was the rare and exceptional trader who did not have at least one Indian wife. Y'all hear this story? Did y'all get that good? This is about the Ojibwe Indians and the traders that was coming in They were mixing and amalgamating in the 1600s. This is what I'm saying. Th- that Racial Integrity Act of 1920, what? These people have been doing this for how many years? That said over there, 200, all them years. Always been so. Walter Ashford them, Plecker them came with a new thing, because that's when they came with the abortions and stuff. That's when they came with, kill our babies and, population control and all that. But that was 1900. We talking about 1600. These people have they done made all the Indians. They done mixed and made all the Indians. Because that's possibly how they made that word, made the people that they put in there to say was Indians, because they had amalgamated them. Do you agree? And another thing I wanted to touch on, the how about your men in your family, King? Are they burly, hairy men like the hairy men of Africa, or did they have like the mustache, maybe a goatee, a little hair here or there, but just the big, thick, long beards? I haven't found any of those in my tree yet. I know I haven't seen all the people, of course, but I know that is a overseas thing, the hairy people, and they did mix with us, so of course some of us would have that thickness of beards and stuff too as well. I do agree with that. Um, but I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I ain't gonna stay for 2 hours. I think we've done good. What y'all think? Y'all give me some emojis if y'all think I covered enough and I didn't confuse anything, right? We clarified we cousins, right? Yes, shout out to y'all. Glad y'all came over to keep me from being over looking at things I don't need to look at. I'm trying to get away from even being on the internet. But because of you guys, I come, you know. Because of y'all, I really come. Okay, I feel you. Okay, yeah, because we got the French, we got the Hugo, we got the England, we got them all in our Spanish. We got them in our tree, and that's the thing. We can't be racist. We can't pick and choose who's in our tree. And once we know, then we're able to deal with it better. But right now, I see a lot of people fighting with their own selves, and I can't do that. So y'all like and share. I didn't play any music tonight because I be getting copyright. I don't have any personal music to play on my own, so um, I'm gonna just jump up out of here, y'all. And what you say? My uncle was very light skinned, no hair really. My pops was dark skinned, big afro. Later rocked a ball. Okay, and that was his brother. Anybody got anything they want to share? Y'all want to? Anybody? Thank you, sis. Okay. Appreciate y'all coming over to hang out with me. Um, got plenty more stuff to share. Um, I wish we could get on live and online and y'all could read with me. Drake call. Shout out to Mama G. Yeah, you be quiet when Big Mama speaks. What she gave us is a part of me. It flows through my arteries. Even on that journey, that love grows how the garden be. The first to teach us when we sick, the first to heal us. Mama's boy, yeah, you know, my pride and joy. Soul food, yeah, you know,
I'ma enjoy it, calm you down just by the sound of a voice. There isn't another feeling inside when they cheer you on at your game and you feeling the pride. You and your siblings fight, she gon' make you put the feelings aside.
You as
She can
well,
lead you down the
Sharon.
road and
Thank
she
you
can
for
give you
coming
the
over,
guide.
y'all.
When you think I get that blissful look in my eyes, I need a side of ice cream with them eyes after five. You know for sure for Mama Chief, you know I'm a ride. Cause we all need a Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all love a Mama Chiefs. The greatness, the patience, the foundation, the knowledge passed down so many generations. Our motivation. I just wanna thank you for my creation. Cause we all love a Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all need a Mama Chiefs. Yeah, we all rap for Mama Chief. Dedication. I sing your tears at my graduation. Now look, Mama,
Hey,
what it
C.
made
Roberts,
this.
you
You the
made it
reason
up
I
in
wanna be
here.
greatest. Yeah, cause we all need a Mama
I
Chief.
hope you go back and look at the
Yeah, we all love a
rerun,
Mama Chiefs.
because I know
Yeah,
you
we
my
all rap for
cousin,
Mama
too.
Chief. Now be quiet, let Big Mama speak.
C. Roberts, I know you my cousin, too. You need to go back and look at this video, because I was doing records on the tree and the people that's in the tree, connections and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing over here, you guys. If you come over and hang out with me, I'll be reading records. Because I don't want to talk about nobody else's history when I got my own story. So let's do us, y'all. Let's do us. Let's be selfish. Let's be bought up. Let's build and not destroy. Okay? Peace and love to everybody. Y'all have a great night. Thank you.